Hello and welcome. In today's exciting episode, I finished some unfinished dresses. These have been waiting to be finished for so long.
It's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect jacket.
Oopsie, just realised at no point did I explain why I have so many half-made dresses. Back in Vlogmas in December, I made this Butterick 6677 at first just as it was, but then I was like, oh, what if I had puffy sleeves and instead of the plain skirt, I do 2 or 3 tiers of fabric as gathered down as the skirt, and even leg cake dresses, that's what they are. So the green one in the middle of the screen, that is a Butterick 6677 bodice with just one big tier pleated down skirt, and the dress on the left, as I said, is the original Butterick 6677, the short version. So the dresses that I'm working on this episode, some of them I cut up back in December or January and made most of, but I didn't do the linings. Obviously, the ones I'm making now are a lot more complicated. These ones look relatively simple, but I still need to finish them. So let's do this. So here are the culprits, all these dresses. Gosh, there's so many of them. It is ridiculous. Why don't I just finish half as many dresses? It's ridiculous. Almost all of them need lining. And I think there's 3 or 4 that I haven't got around to finishing the sleeves, but I've done the rest. This one here is sleeveless, so it needs to be hand stitched. I now use the burrito method, but this is from a while ago, so I have to hand finish that. So so much work. See, those ones are all hand stitched, those sleeves, they're finished, but these ones, oopsie, I missed a few. Anyway, so I'll do the lining first. If you've always wanted to line your bodices but you don't know how, essentially with most you just cut out an extra bodice of a thinner fabric and natural fabric because it's going to be against your skin, and then you sew them together at the sides and the sleeves, and then you pin them both together, right sides together, and at the neckline, and then you sew around that, and then you clip the curves, and then you turn the whole thing inside out, and then you just have to hand stitch the lining over the raw seams of the skirt, and it just means that you don't have to finish any of the raw seams. They're all hidden inside. Do the same around the armholes. And there we have it. And I'm too lazy to iron mine, so I just put pins in there, and it usually sort of presses it just by having the pins hold everything in the right spot for a day or two while you get around to doing the next one. So the blue dresses have the blue lining, and that one I did ages ago, so that has beige. I had a little bit of blue fabric left and no pink, so I used the blue on the pink one, and it looks fine, you can't see it. This one already had the beige. I still have to do the sleeveless bits. These ones I just added plain black to those 3. So I just cut out the lining and sewed it together, sewed it in. This is the 1952 Vintage Vogue one. I'll talk about that in a second. The next one was this one. I added a blue to this. I was going to add and this one, I didn't have any plain white, and I had this one when I was looking through all my fabrics. I had this white one that had blue in it, and I was like, oh, this tulips have got blue leaves, so yeah. And this one I was going to use orange, but I had the tiniest bit of blue left, and it does have blue on it, so I don't know, to me it kind of brings out the blue forget-me-not flowers in that one. This one I did the lining last month, but I still I wasn't going to change the skirt. I was just going to live with it and always wear it over trousers and a top. But I've decided I'm not. I've found 2 more yards of another apricot fabric, so I'm going to add those 2 together. But I will finish these ones first because, Oh, and I just wanted to point out that the 2 blue ones, even though the bodices are the same, they have completely different skirts. They have circle skirts, but different fabric. So, yeah, one looks like a top and a skirt and the other one looks like a full dress. But, So those are the ones that are ready except the hem. And these ones are the 3 that I have to still do the sleeves. So I'll do that hand sewing now. And then at the front here, oh yeah, I have to hand sew this one too. Ugh, I'm dreading that one. Doing the sleeves, the armholes takes an age because you have to carefully fold them in and make sure when you're clipping the curves you don't, it's a whole saga. I was going to add a bit more length to this skirt with different fabrics, but I don't know, I'm kind of over it now. And the actual dress is quite cute. So I think I'll leave it and just hem it like that, I think. But I'll just do all this hand sewing first and then worry about the other ones because I've still got these 2. Yeah. I think, yeah, I'll just finish these ones first and then worry about the other ones. So I took those 4 dresses over to the workbench. And this one was going to take the longest, so I did this one first. You sort of have to clip the curves, then fold the one side back, the outer side back, then match it with the lining and then hand stitch it down. And while I was at it, I also did the hem of this one. Hems always take forever, so it's just double fold and then hand stitched. And then I did these 3. All I had to do with those ones was hand stitch the cuff of the sleeves. So those 4 are done. Actually, a couple of them I haven't done the hems. The circle skirts, I haven't done them because you have to even them first. And a couple of the other ones, the tier ones, I haven't done either. And there's also the front 2 that need a lot of work. So there's still quite a bit to do, but I'm going to hit pause on them. I have this green tweed jacket to finish making, so I'll do that now. Actually, hand making a tweed jacket is a lot of work, so I decided I wasn't up for that. I would just continue on with this half-finished rack. So this one is a circle skirt, so I pinned that up and hand stitched it. Then I did the same for this one, pinned it up and hand stitched the cotton sateen one with the Valentino-esque print. And then once that one was done, I went with and did the hem of the magenta, the one that has the magenta skirt with the floral top. And yeah, once that was finished, I was like, okay, who's next? And I decided to go with the apricot one that needed to be pulled apart, and I added 2 more tiers to it. So I was going to add sleeves, but I thought I'll just make it longer instead of using up some of the fabric of this fabric to make puffy sleeves. So yeah, I also had to hand do those armholes as well. So let's have a look. These are the 2 dresses with the blue bodice. The one on the left is, so I think I had 4 yards of, or a little bit more of this blue, and I made a simple dress that uses about 3 yards, and then I used the half a yard for the bodice, half a yard for the sleeves, and then I ended up using this aqua with floral for this to make like a double circle skirt. And yeah, and then as you can see on the right, I also just used the scraps because you know when you make a circle skirt it's kind of wedges, so there's little triangle scraps of fabric. So I sewed a few of them together and divided it in half and sort of fashioned a sleeve out of, 2 sleeves out of the scraps, and they're really puffy. And yeah, I think I mean, originally I made this dress because I wanted it to look like a top and a skirt, but having the double sleeve, so I didn't take off the blue sleeve. I just put the scrappy sleeve over the top, and I love it. I mean, I haven't really watched any of the Disney princess movies, but I think it's very Disney princess, if you know what I mean. I have seen the one with the frying pan, the Rapunzel one, Tangled. That one's pretty funny. But yeah, it's, it's all big poofy skirt and gorgeous puffy sleeves. So I think I'll put the hand sew the second sleeve over the top because I can't be bothered unpicking. I've done enough unpicking with that apricot dress. So I think I'll do this before I show you all the other ones. So to attach the sleeves, I've done them. I just use a sewing machine to add a few pleats and secure the sleeve line, then folded the raw seam under and hand stitched it on and hand stitched it at the cuff too. And then this is the hem for that one. And then I finished the other couple of circle skirt dresses that were left. And now we are done. Actually, I haven't done the green one, but there's a limit to the amount of green fabric I have left. I can either make one maxi dress or a short dress, and see, this is the fabric, a short dress and a shirt. And once I've done that, then I'll use the leftover fabric to do the lining for that, I think, because I really do want the same fabric as the lining, but I don't want to use it yet. So anyway, that's going to be happening next month. So let's have a look at the ones that I have managed to finish. So we've got the orange, two different oranges, or peach, and with the really, really full skirt and the forget-me-nots. And then on the other side we have the peach one, and at first I was kind of disappointed that I didn't make sleeves for it, but I really like it. I'm kind of over the big sleeves, and I mean, I like them, but it's nice to have clothes where you can actually see that I'm a person and not just a big pile of clothes sometimes. So yeah, sleeveless dresses are good sometimes. But I'm very, very glad it's a long dress though, rather than a short one. So I thought it would be fine with a short one, but do you remember when smartphones were first became a thing and all the middle-aged people bought them, and the men didn't know how to use their phones, so they lashed out at all young women and took inappropriate photos of them? Yeah, I haven't really worn any short skirts or short dresses since then because people are awful. So but I thought it was, it's quite a while ago now, so I thought it was fine, but I don't know, people are really awful. Some of the comments you get on, if you're on social media. Anywho, next dresses. This is the Valentino-esque print. And this is my little bow. It looks like a cute little bow pastor or something. And I'm just showing you that it's the cotton sateen rather than a heavier, more structured cotton. It's I do love cotton sateen, and I know everyone is supposed to love it, but I think I like quilting cotton more just because it's got that little bit of extra weight. And I really like this other, so I call these the dark red dress and the dark pink dress, just because they're black base and it's got little red flowers, and this one's got little pink flowers, darkish pinks, and sort of mulberry colours in there as well. And I just think it's so cute. Like it's very, I love 1930s prints, the floral ditzy ones. So, and this one, if you don't know what I mean by Valentino-esque, for the last few years, like 4 or 5 years, they've been really into colour blocking. But before that, Valentino sort of went through an arts and craft period where it was all about traditional looking motifs and things like that. And they were the most beautiful pieces, so highly skilled in the way they were made. And I mean, the current collections are beautiful, obviously, but the level of skill involved in making them was just sublime. So yeah, that's what I mean when I say a Valentino style print. Next up, this is one of the ones with the circle skirt, and it's got an adorable pansy print, and I've tied the bow at the back for this one, and it's just really plain and cute. And the other one is the sort of top floral and bottom just plain magenta one. And this floral and magenta one is really growing on me. I like it styled this way. It sort of brings out the greens of the base of the print. I really like it. I don't like the orange. You can see the petticoat under this one. I think I'll make an over petticoat in white or something. And this is it under that one. It's too short to wear the petticoat under, but I just thought I'd put it there anyway. So there they are, both plain. And yeah, I really like the pansy one, the plain circle skirt one. And yeah, I'm not sure about the length of this one. I mean, it's not short by any standards, but so So I put my tiered skirt underneath it. It's just made out of cotton lawn. And yeah, I kind of like the look. I think I'd probably put a long plain black dress underneath as well. So there's 3 layers so that you can sort of understand that it's an aesthetic, like that it's a look rather than a mistake. So next we have just the pink one is that Halloween fabric that I made last month, and I'm just adding the lining for now. So it was, you've already seen that one. And the other one is a shorter length circle skirt. I just sort of cut the bottom of the circle skirt. I think it must have been the first one I did, so I sort of cut it wrong. So in order to even it out, I had to sort of cut it much shorter, unfortunately. But it's always good to have a range of options and different sizes and things like that. And yeah, so I made it, and I really do like I like how fluoro the pinks are. Yeah, the pink flowers are very cute. Okay, so then we have 2 more short ones. So yeah, I'll probably just wear a t-shirt and jeans, and if I have to, like, go somewhere not wearing activewear, I'll just put a dress over it. So that's what these ones are for. The ties match, and yeah, I really like the tulip one. I just think that's beautiful. It's a beautiful cotton, and I also love the vintage print, and I like the way I made it. And then it does have its own matching tie, and I've just styled it as a scarf there because I was bored basically doing all the dressing the mannequins up and everything. So yeah, but they're very cute dresses. And here I'm put a skirt over it, one of my summer skirts, the blue one. I love that skirt, and I think that's a pretty cute outfit. And so the dress is now just basically a top, and then the other one I put actually the other 2 summer skirts under that one. And yeah, I think that I would be much more likely to wear them like this. I think they look really cute. Okay, so and now we get to the Rapunzel one. I love this one. It is so cute. Oh, some of you have asked to see what they look like without ties on. So I don't think it's terribly flattering, but I don't wear clothes to, get external validation. So but anyway, that's what it looks like without a tie, and this one looks like with a tie. And I love these double sleeves. I love them so much. They just are my favorite thing about this episode, I think. And the fullness of the skirt. So the orange of the net petticoat, the 1950s net petticoat, was really showing through, if you remember the previous footage before I fixed the sleeves. So yeah, I just put one of the shorter of my summer skirts over the top, and now and because it's a Rapunzel dress, and in the Tangled movie Rapunzel has a little friend who's green, I thought I could take my Valentino handbag. But when you're wearing a net petticoat, you can't really have a good quality handbag, because good quality handbags have several layers to them. Like, they've got all the structural layers in there as well. So they're quite heavy. So what I could do is just have a green string instead, a green ribbon. So, let's just admire my little sleeves a little bit more. I took a ridiculous amount of footage of those sleeves. Luckily, I'm not showing it to you. So yeah, I've still got the green in there, which is a nod to the little, I think it's a chameleon, but he seems to be green the whole time. Anyway, so yeah, that's why. And the other one is just plain. I quite like it. It's it's nice to have a plain dress. And so there we go. I'm so happy I finished these, because if you've seen my playlist page, I sort of tend to group things in quarters. And yeah, I'm so glad that I got these all finished, well, except for the green one, all these finished this quarter, and so I can start new things next month. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed me doing all this catch-up work, and it's so nice to get it done before the end of the month. And yeah, so the next episode will be me making the green tweed jacket, and then new month, rainbow month. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later, perhaps.